Hey, welcome to the Relentless Positivity Podcast. I'm your host, Joe Martin, and I had one of those days last week where you just feel like a bottomless pit, like you are hungry all day long. You eat breakfast, an hour later, you're in the pantry. You're like a lion on the hunt, all up in that pantry, and then by mid afternoon, you're asking, do I have a tapeworm? I think I have a tapeworm. You ever had those? If you have those, let me tell you, you're not broken. It happens to us all. Hunger is just a normal biological cue, and some days your body just decides, hey, we're going to crank it up to 11. The trick is figuring out why it's happening and what to do about it without spiraling into a snackathon that just leaves you feeling guilty later. Snackathon, how about that? Thought I'd throw that at you today. So let's break it down. See why this is happening. Now, number one could be you didn't eat enough the day before. You skimped on the food before, whether intentionally you're on a diet or something like that, or unintentionally you had a busy day. I've never been that busy, I don't think, in my whole life. I've been pretty busy a few days, but never so much where I haven't eaten. That's not me. My wife, on the other hand, could happen to her. So sometimes you just skimped on those, and your body might be trying to catch up today. So you didn't do it yesterday; they're trying to catch up today. So, and it's just your body's way of signaling, "Hey, we need some more fuel over here." It's just a natural response if you didn't get enough the day before. And number two, this is a big one. You're not sleeping enough. Sleep deprivation is a huge, sneaky hunger culprit that people don't think about. When you're low on sleep, your hunger hormones, they get out of whack. Your ghrelin, your I'm hungry hormone, goes up, and your leptin, your I'm full hormone, goes down. So you can see why that would be recipe for disaster. And then you add in some fatigue-induced cravings for quick energy like carbs and sugar, and it's a recipe for feeling hungry all day long. So if you're not sleeping enough, you're going to be more hungry. Weird, right? Another sneaky one, you're dehydrated. Sometimes what feels like hunger is actually thirst in disguise. Your body's cues for hungers and thirst can overlap, and if you're not drinking enough water, your brain might misinterpret the signal. So drink more water. It's crazy, I know. You're stressed out. Stress has a funny way of messing with your hunger cues as well. For some people, it kills their appetite, but for some, it cranks the hunger dial all the way full blast. Cortisol, your stress hormone, it can increase cravings for high calorie comfort foods where you make you feel hungrier than you actually are. You ever been stressed out? You want to go eat something, at a fast food or something like that. That's it. That's a stress talking where your cortisol, your stress hormones, kind of causing that. The next one, your meals aren't balanced. If your meals are really heavy on carbs and light on protein and fat, your blood sugar might be playing a game of hopscotch, jumping all over the place. Like, hey, what's going on? We got spikes, we got crashes, with that blood sugar, and you're gonna feel hungry pretty quickly, even if you just ate an hour ago. All right, so that's a few reasons it could be going on. So how do we fix it? That's what we do next, right? So eat a balanced breakfast. Your meals aren't balanced. Eat a balanced breakfast. That's crazy, right? So especially starting your day off, with the mixture of protein, fat, fiber, that kind of sets the day for a nice steady energy and hunger levels throughout the day. Eggs and avocados on whole grain toast in the morning, or maybe some Greek yogurt with berries and sprinkle of nuts, something where it's got the fiber, it's got the fat, healthy fats, and then the proteins. That's going to keep you fuller longer, and that's what you're looking for. The main thing, you want to avoid your starting day with just carbs, sugary cereals. If you've ever been to a continental breakfast, so continental breakfast, I've figured out, is just code word for carbs and coffee. I think that's what they have. And then it's going to have that energy crash and then a hunger rebound shortly after that. If you ever started that day with some frosted flakes and then you're starving a few minutes later, it feels like that's what's going on. The next one, prioritize sleep. We talked about how sleep can affect it. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. And I know it's easier said than done, but sleep is the unsung hero of hunger management. And a good night's sleep can keep your hunger hormones in check and help you avoid those munchies that just seem like they won't go away. Prioritize sleep. Next one, stay hydrated. Before you raid the fridge, drink a glass of water. And then if you're still hungry in 20 minutes, then you're probably actually hungry and you can go have something to eat. So keep a water bottle with you throughout the day and just slip on water throughout the day. Drinking water all day long. You don't have to chug, 16 ounces at once and be like, all right, I'm good. Just slowly sip on it throughout the day. Always staying hydrated. The next one, you got to manage that stress. Also easier said than done, but even a 5 minute walk, a few deep breaths, maybe a little journaling, it can go a long way in calming those stress induced cravings. Just kind of get that pattern interrupt. It's what you're looking for. Just kind of get out of your head for a little bit, manage that stress just a little bit, see if it can help with those hunger cues. And then planning ahead, if you know you're going to have a hungry day, so to speak, embrace it. Be smart about it. Stock up on your high protein snacks like beef jerky or hard boiled eggs or a handful of nuts. And that's going to help you stay fuller longer than that bag of chips or that box of cookies or whatever you normally grab. And the next one, tune into those hunger cues. Actually, am I really hungry or am I just bored? Is this physical hunger or I just need to munch on something while I watch Netflix? That's a big one, right? So figure it out. It's okay to eat for enjoyment. That's fine. Food should be enjoyed, but it's worth being mindful about why you're reaching for that food. And some days you're just going to feel hungrier than others, and that's all right. Instead of fighting it, lean into it, get a few of these strategies that keep you feeling satisfied and in control. That's what you want to feel like, satisfied and in control, not worry it's just something else is causing you to do these things. You are in charge. And just one day of extra snacks isn't going to derail your progress. It's what you do consistently over time that matters. And if you're still hungry after listening to this, you can go grab a snack. I know I will. Okay. Well, hope you found those helpful. I just had a day where, man, I'm just so hungry. Why is it? So I kind of did a little research, broke it down, a few things that are helping me. Maybe it'll help you. Thank you for tuning in. You guys are awesome. We'll see you next week on the Relentless Positivity Podcast.